when I say Thursday, you say mantra, evening mantra, evening mantra. How's everyone doing? It is the Mermaid, and very interesting day. I have had ravens following me. I am fully in my power, and people cannot tap into me, kill me, siphon me, and they're pissed, and they also can't send jinns or monitoring spirits. If they try to scry in the mirror, they get sick immediately. People are dying in their families, so on and so forth. Anyway, so Spirit wanted me to come on this wonderful evening and give a particular message. Now there's a woman who is starting to realize, either she watches my channel or someone like me who is an oracle, and she realizes that her upbringing was 100% toxic. It created trauma bonds and wounds, and that she has inner child healing that she needs to embark upon. And congratulations for you. That's one, to realize that you're in the matrix. Number two, the various forms of abuse that she suffered as a child, and the incorrect examples and lessons she was given as far as her connecting with a man. Sex and money go together, okay? And so she has not explored any of her ambitions, or moved her life forward. She spends, she is on government assistance, and I'm not trying to paint a story, a stereotypical story, okay? But she is on government assistance. And she supplements her income with different forms of connections with men. Yeah, so she's on government assistance. She has a few children. She's a beautiful young lady. She has a bright future should she decide to embark and trust in the gifts that God has given her. So some of her friends are like, "Hey, we're going to the club tonight. There's some play." They always know when ballers. I keep telling these athletes, these girls aren't just. They know your schedule. Somebody literally on the inside, these women, like her that she's trying to change. They know your schedule. They know she's having a drink in the hotel lobby because at that bar, because she knows you're gonna be there. Okay, it's a setup. Anyway, this particular lady, she's like, no, I don't want to pop bottles. No, I know that baller. He's generous. She's like, I don't want. She came up with an excuse, and she says, no, one of my kids has been sick, and my mom doesn't want to babysit anymore because you burned bridges. Your mother loves her grandkids, but you have burned every bridge. You've taken advantage of people. You borrow, you don't pay them back, and then your attitude's kind of nasty, right? Right. So she's learning to love herself, okay? And kudos again to that. And she's refusing to go to these pop your bottle parties where, you're dressed in, you're basically naked because that dress is pulled tight around every curve that you have. And she's a beautiful woman. Yeah, she's had children. You can't tell. She is absolutely just curvy and gorgeous. But again, getting back to self worth and self understanding, she was like, Lord, I have this particular friend, and he comes over, and we exchange, and he gives me money, and I've been watching mermaids. That one video she talked about looking in the mirror and loving yourself, and what you tell the universe that you want out of life, and you look in the mirror and you tell the mirror, you reflect who you are. And she's like, when I pass by the mirror, like Mermaid said, I always say something kind about myself. And now, instead of walking by the mirror and calling myself a so and so or a dumb B or a hot B, she's like, I've eliminated the word B in my vocabulary. That's why I can't hang around my friends anymore. And I'm thinking I need new friends. And I think you're right. And she's like, Lord, um, I want to get my GED. I want to earn money. I want to get off government assistance. I want to start being a full-time, fully present, emotionally present mother. I want to prepare healthier meals for my children and myself. Oh, look at this card. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Yep. And she was like, yeah, but this particular gentleman, I don't have to do much, and he's very generous with his cash. And she's been talking to her ancestors and God said, you know what? You love yourself, and I know you're not just doing lip service, because you stop sleeping with athletes. You stop, you know, you shut down if you had any kind of online presence where you were scantily clad or your OnlyFans. You really shut this stuff down, and we see the work that you're making. If you no longer want to sleep or whatever you do with whomever, then put your trust in me. And she, he sent her a text, and he was expecting her to respond because she usually responds because he pays her. Well, yeah, excuse me, he pays her because she works for it. And let me tell you something: when you have sex with somebody, it's not just physical; it affects your spirit. Okay, and so she didn't respond to him at all, and he sent her another text, and she didn't respond, and he actually called her. And you know, in modern days, when somebody calls you, it's serious. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm here." And he actually said, I saw your car outside, and I'm already outside. I think I should just come in." She says, "You know, actually, I'm glad you called. I've been meaning to have a conversation with you. You know, we've known each other for a number of years, and I think our connection needs to come to a complete halt. It needs to end." She's like, I'm taking my life in another direction, and yeah, um, I'm just. She didn't go into too much. She just says, you know, whatever we did the last time was the absolute last time. He thought she was joking. Um, and he actually offered her more money, and she says, "You take care of yourself." That's when when a woman doesn't respond, and she says, "You take care," or "You be good," or whatever. He knew she was serious, and he began to verbally abuse her and say very degrading things to her. And all she did was she just disconnected the call. There's nothing else to be said. And but this is how she felt. This is from the self care inner child card deck. She was peaceful. She's like, wow, because she had grown, okay? And she'd reached emotional and spiritual milestones. And she says, you know what? She looked around the house and she says, you know what? Let me put something in the crock pot and let me clean. You know, the house was clean because she's been more somber in her thoughts. She's not drinking and doing the stuff she used to do. So she's keeping all of her environments cleaner. Okay? And she decided to clean up the living room a little bit. The kids, you know, getting ready for school in the morning. It was a little bit. And so she was picking up some toys and she was picking up some different things. And she says, what else do these kids have in this couch? And do you know that when she pulled the couch cushions out, she found $550. That's exactly how much money that man was offering her. Okay? And she dropped to her knees and she started crying because she knows the things that he would ask her to do for that $500. Maybe it's 1 hour. But she felt so bad about herself whenever she would connect sexually with that man. And she says, man, she pulled out her notebook. You know, I suggest everyone should have a notebook, and she wrote her experience in there, and she was so happy, and she cleaned up, and she put some food, and usually the kids come to the house, but she met the kids at the bus stop. They're like, oh shit, something's wrong. They didn't say anything, but seeing their mother, I mean, she was sober, she looked good, and she wasn't just wearing those you know, she wasn't just wearing her yoga pants. She was dressed. They knew. They like, oh, maybe grandma died, because she looked like she was going not to a job interview, but she looked good. She looked relaxed and at peace. And it's a shame that her children seeing their mother in a natural, relaxed state, they assumed something was wrong. And she hugged them and she high fived and she said, "You guys had a good day?" She says, "I hope so. I have some food cooking. Let's go to the park. I'll help you with your homework later." And, they got home and the house smelled like Fabuloso. The lavender purple of Fabuloso is my absolute favorite, by the way. And they were scared at first, but they've been seeing changes in their mom and they were so happy. And she went to the bank and she deposited the money, and she has never looked back. She had some more blessings come her way because she needed to move because her former friends thought she was getting too big for her britches, or you're too good to they're like, oh yeah, we have videos of when we used to kick it, and we're gonna and actually they did it, and this is illegal. They uploaded a video of her when she was intoxicated or inebriated or whatever to embarrass her, hoping that she would fly off the handle and fall back into toxic behavior. And she just ignored it, and she kept moving towards her goal. She saw the video and she was upset that they did it. She was on her way to her GED class. She got into some type of internship program. That's God. And it was a paying internship, and she was able to she was able to get an apartment. She was able to move from government assisted apartment into very nicer apartments, but the kids didn't have to switch schools because that would be just too much change for them. So the kids stayed at their same school, and God made it so that she could move far enough that her friends that didn't have a car couldn't harass her, because somebody will see her somewhere. But it was like a whole new, when you have a new outlook on life, everything opens up for you. Everything opens up for you. Hallelujah. So the young lady keep going. They jealous. They shouldn't be. Why would you be jealous? Why? You forgive yourself for anything you did when you were unhealed. Okay? Now these are the inner child cards. I'm going to pull some of these. I had a great day. Yeah, somebody sent some monitoring spirits my way, but yeah. Okay. All right. You can't monitor the sun. This is the spirit the young lady is in. She said she hasn't felt this good in years. She's grateful and she's happy that she trusted herself. And listen, yeah, I heard somebody say this too. When you love God and you are obedient to God and you start getting your blessings, it's like you're always sheltered from the rain. I swear. You just have to step out on faith, baby. I'm magnificent. Say what? Say what? Ooh, I'm what you want, baby. I'm the queen of my throne. I'm magnificent. Yeah, she has her notebook. We all should. and she's tapping into her creative powers, and she's enthusiastic about life. And yeah, she's looking younger because she let go of burdens of, you know, she was raised. This woman she's overcome so much. She was physically abused, told that she would never amount to anything. Mental conditioning of you will never amount to anything. You ain't shit. No man will ever marry your ass. And then they proceeded to tell her, you always get what you can from a man. Because men ain't no good. Excuse me? No, the men you choose aren't any good. Because you don't value yourself. The hell you teaching these children that nonsense? She's having fun. You know why? Because if you've trauma bonded, more than likely your childhood was not fun. Okay? Go have some fun. Let's get a couple more spirit. Always teaching these kids. Ugh. Yes, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it. You guys want to hear a little story? There's somebody in my familia that doesn't like me. She was like, oh, Mermaid is only successful. Or Mermaid can drive that kind of car. Or Mermaid blah, 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 because she went to, she completed university. And I asked her, so what is preventing you from completing university? You can do it part-time. You can actually acquire a loan. And you can do it online. So what's stopping you? If you really want to complete an undergraduate degree, what's stopping you, love? And then she proceeded to get loud and proud and told me that I was uppity, witch with a B. I'm like, That's the last time I spoke to that young lady. All right, and you're thinking she's thinking about herself, and she's growing, and she's teaching her lovely offspring, her progeny, how to love themselves. And one of the things that she decided to do, which we all should do, she no longer spends time around the family. She loves her mom, and her mom, they've had some conversations, and she was like, yeah, I realized that I made some mistakes raising y'all. But her mom still chooses to trauma bond with her siblings who abused her. You can't heal and hang around the same people. So her kids, they pretty much have a virtual relationship with grandma, and they only talk to her when mom's in the room, because she did catch her mom asking the kids, so tell me your address and who's your mom dating now. She was interrogating her grandchildren, and that's not okay. She feels young. She feels youthful, and yes, her sense of humor. And when she looks in the mirror, she feels like the beautiful child of God that she is. Two more. I'm just loving this. Spirit said, I'm like, Spirit, I don't want to. I want to have my tea. I put my robe on. Oops. And put my robe on. Spirit said, Mermaid. I'm like, all right. I heard you. Give me a minute. Let me set up my camera. Dang. And she loves herself. And this is also when you love yourself, like she does, like we do, your root chakra is healed and it's on to chakra number 2, which is her money. Oh, that's it. When you love yourself, which is your first chakra, is your root chakra, which is one of your money making chakras. But when you once you heal your root, then you're on to your orange chakra, your second chakra, your sacral chakra, which is your number 1 money making chakra. Then number 3 is your solar plexus. Yes, your creativity. You love yourself. You create more income for yourself, and then your ideas. You combine them, because she knows. Ooh, once you know, honey, that you are an amazing individual. There's nothing else. Life is an adventure. Yeah, she reparented herself. Yeah, her mom had no, she hasn't invited her mom over to her house. She's amazing. And you know, when you reparent yourself, you change your family roots, okay? Um, yeah. And so, what was she asking? Who is your mom dating? And she also changed her I think she changed, and this is something you should do too. She changed. She was able to, with whichever cellular plan she was on, she was able to change the children's cell number because she realized her family was contacting her children and interrogating them without her knowledge, and you know they're just innocently talking to their grandma, but she was her daughter's op. Okay. These are the Wild Offering Oracle. So anyway, so she was able to upgrade their phones, and they have new phone numbers, and the relatives, and she monitors the phone, and they have everyone should do that with their children. They have a cell phone agreement, but they're by a certain time they're off, but she also controls it, and it naturally goes by a certain time. They're the Wi-Fi goes down for them, and so she kept her number, and that's the only way her mom was able to get through to. Okay, get some rose quartz or some. They want to talk. Two more. Come on. Let's talk. One more. Okay. This is what I posted on my community board, our community board. This is harvested from the lovely country of Brazil. These are known as crystal trees. The base is beautiful amethyst, and these are rose quartz. Brazil has some of the world's largest deposits of natural crystals. Okay, what did I say? Creative blocks and sanctuary. Once you heal, you're like, where do these ideas come from? Because she's clear and she's sober. That's another great way. If you indulge in certain things, especially if it could be food, but certainly drugs and alcohol, it will block your creativity. It will block your chakras. And she's kind and patient with herself, as we all should be. And our final oracle, she knows that anything that comes her way, recording, she knows that any challenges that comes her way, you see that it's purple, that she can easily overcome it because she's healed and she trusts. This is your intuition card, okay? For challenges. And then patience, clarity. When you loved it, the green on this card is for her heart chakra, our heart chakra, okay? And in all things, my love, tap into your confidence. I don't care what it. Look at that. Oh, look at that. And then we can end right here. Her inner child is courageous, and her adult self is confident. Oh my gosh. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I am going to partake of a movie, a hot bath, and I'm going to lather myself with the most delectable shea butter that I picked up. So I will see you on the next video. Love yourselves. Look in the mirror every day and say beautiful affirmations. I love my hair. I appreciate myself. I'm good with money. Whatever it needs to be, because what we say becomes our reality. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video.